what am I about to do? This is crazy. Hey guys, it's Saray from Saray Plans, and in this video, we are about to go nuts. Stick around. All right, so I have decided that I need to build my perfect Erin Condren planner. And I ordered an 18-month hourly, as well as I have a daily dual. One of the things that I was a little bummed about is that the daily dual does not have a black coil. It wasn't an option. You can get it in platinum or rose gold or gold, which gold would have been okay, but then I went to look on the site and that was not available. And my hourly does have the black coil and it has the big coil for the 18 months. So I do love that. And I love the daily dual, but I also need a weekly view. So I've decided that I'm going to try to blend them together. Let's see how this goes. If you've never uncoiled a planner before, I will share with you the supplies that I'm going to be using. But full disclosure, I've only done this once, so this could come out really, really bad. So I recommend having these big clips if you're planning on doing something like this. And you will need some sort of pliers. So I have a couple that I stole from my husband. I don't even know how old these things are. Like, this is like gross. I hope it doesn't ruin my planner. But anyway, so I have these pliers that I'm going to use to uncoil. I've thought about this already for the most part. I don't know if I thought it through, but I'm just going to move this aside. And what I've decided is that I need to keep the guts of the hourly because that's really the primary one that I want to use. And then I'll add the daily pages of the duo. I also realized that this is going to bulk up my planner quite a bit. So I am willing to even get rid of some months and make it into a quarterly planner. So from July through September. And then I just have to recoil, do the whole thing again later on and transfer some pages. But we'll see. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start to strip everything that I don't need. Like the covers right now. Of things that I also do. So this is the hourly. I don't keep the stickers in the back anyway, so I'm actually going to rip them off. I'm sorry if this hurts you. Don't worry, I will trim I will trim these off and then I'm going to store them so that they can be used. I was going to do that anyway. The other thing that I do is that, and I shared this before as well, is that I take this back pocket off. I don't really use it in the back. I don't need it. I take this off and then I trim it and then I add a coil clip to it. And I can either keep it in the back or I can keep it wherever I want. Oh, forgot to remove this one. All right, we are down to our birthday suits. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use these big clips. So you want the big ones so that you can clip. And I like to use a couple just for extra reinforcement. Actually, I won't have enough, so I'll use one on each side. It's nice and secure. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing with my 18-month. Ooh, this was a beast. This one's pretty big. So just be careful that you don't bend any pages. Just got to be super careful. I ripped a page. All right, so that is done. So what I want to do is I want to take this piece out. Keep in mind if it's going to bother you that it's going to be like chipped a little bit, then don't do this at home because it is going to be a little damaged. But I think it's a small price to pay. And you want to try to get it as straight as possible because that's what goes into the hole. So if it's not that straight, then you're going to have a little bit more of a struggle. Okay. All right, so that one is done. So what I can do is I can just start uncoiling. All right. So far, so good. Okay, so let's put this one aside. Your turn. All right, let's see here. So let's try. I want to try to straighten this one out a little bit more, just because. Paper cut. Paper cut. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. All right. So I got a paper cut. So I had to go get a Band-Aid. But what I was about to say before this vellum tried to kill me is that you want something that's a little flat. Ow. Oh, God. That's flat so that you can flatten the wire, sort of how I did it there. So that'll work out better. Just going to turn it here. Same thing on this side. You just pick the side that is best to uncoil. Oh, see, that's gonna have to be straightened out a little bit more. that one took a little longer, so I stopped the camera so I could be able to take it out. So that is uncoiled. Now, what I want to do before I take the clips off is that I want to measure the thickness of this, just so that I know how many pages I can get away with when I combine them. So I may be able to put, you know, everything together, back together. Not obviously this full one, but more months than I think. All right, so to measure, we are looking at, and I know that these are all compact, you know, like all squeezed together, but let's say it's about 1 inch, just about an inch. Yeah. So I'm going to take the clips off. And really the clips come in handy, one, to keep everything contained, but also if you, never mind, I was gonna say something else, but okay. Hourly, daily, dual. So here's what I'm thinking. I am going to keep the year. I want the monthly view. I want the dashboard. And I want the weeks. Now I can't put like all the dailies in between the week. That's just not gonna work because they're double-sided. But what I can do is I can go to the end of July. And I don't need another vellum. I don't need this one. I don't need the monthly. I don't need this one. So the daily starts right behind this dashboard page. So I don't need that. So what I can do is I can take all the dailies, all the July dailies, and put them right behind this last page. So technically I have 2 pages, 2 nose pages for August. But what I can do is once I put it together, I can, if I don't need this dashboard, I can keep it here if I want to, maybe like a memory page. But if I don't need that, I can just glue these 2 pages together and I still have the August nose page. So I don't really lose anything here. All right, 1 month down. All right, so same thing with August. So I'm going to keep these guts. All of the weekly pages for August. Don't need monthly. Don't need this one. The daily starts right here. So I'm going to take all of the dailies. And I have my September notes page. Okay. Moving on to September. Yep, all the weeklies. Don't need. Don't need. Okay, so far I have 6 months, and 6 months from July through December, it's a little under an inch. It's like 0.90. So I actually have more room for notes pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, spoke too soon. Never mind. Let's measure this one. I still have some room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get save this notes page, and I'm going to move these hourlies so this is all the way to the last week of December, and I'm going to clip this because I can use these when I decide to go crazy again and uncoil and recoil for next year, because I might do this again depending on how I like it. So 6 months that are going right into the box. Okay, now I can take this notes page and add it to the back. I can take all of these notes pages and add it there. And I still have, do I need 2022? Well, I do need the contacts page. I would want that. Would I want the contacts page? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. So I'm gonna put it there, and I'll just leave 2022. And yeah, I guess I won't need that one. So I'll just leave that there. So now I have my perfect 6 months if all goes according to plan. Yep, everything is pretty aligned. So I have July, August, September, October, November, December, and notes. So I have a bunch of extra notes pages here. Okay, I think I'm ready to recoil. This might be the trickiest part, to make sure that all your holes align and to put the clip. Where's my other clip? Oh, here we go. All right, make sure everything still is aligned. I'm gonna put the clips closer to the edge just so that I have more leverage. And then I'm gonna take my black coil, I think it was this side. I'm going to start threading. Uh-oh. Let's try this side. Maybe it was this one. Yeah. Okay, so this is, it's going, but it's just going to need to be bent a little bit more. All right, so, whew, putting it back has definitely been a lot more challenging than I remember. But here's a lesson learned. I think putting it back without the clips is actually better because it gives you a lot more flexibility, because even with the clips, like the holes move around and it's so hard to thread. So I would say just try to align them as best as you can without the clips. That way you can have a little bit more flexibility. So yeah, oh my goodness, this is going a lot faster. Threading them without the clips and doing a little less damage on the holes. Woo! Except I'm damaging my page here, but you know what? It's the back page, so it shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, so I can really, really work the holes here. Oh wow, this is much better. So I'm just going to do a couple like this, and then I'll turn the camera off because it is going to take me a little bit. I'd say probably like a good, 10 minutes of threading. Yeah, so it gets stuck. All right, so we're almost at the end. And I think here it would be a good time to put the clip back on, just because I think it just gives me a little bit better leverage. Yeah, all right, cool. So let's go ahead and keep going. Here we go. Yeah, and I think I can't show you this part because the way I have it like close to my body so that I can get better leverage. So that might be something that you might want to do. So, all right, be right back. Oh my God, it's done. I thought for a second I was not going to be able to do this. And I don't know if I will again, but we'll see. So the coil is in. The coil is in. There is very minimal damage so far that I can tell. So now it's just a matter of bending these back to how they were. All right, so that's tucked in. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Okay. All right. Holy moly. Wow. All right, so I checked it before, but I think it's right. So I have my yearly view. I got my 12 boxes, notes page here. I have to straighten this one out a little bit more so that the page goes all the way. My monthly, dashboard, weekly, or notes page, but I'll probably glue these. And then I'm right into the daily for July. Through July 31st must be back here. So that's my weekly. And yeah, July 31st. Oh my God, I can't believe I did it. All right, let's put these covers back on and this puppy will be ready to be used. Okay, so a couple of things. So so this is turning out to be the equivalent of a 12-month, not a 12-month, I'm sorry, an 18-month planner in terms of like thickness. So that is what I'm dealing with here, but it's only 6 months. So it is as thick as a 12 months, but it's only 6 months. All right, here we go. All right. We are back in freaking business. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe I did it. Anyway, I'm so excited. I can't wait until July. So anyway, guys, I don't know if you're crazy enough to do this. If you are, well, come and join me. If you're not, then that's okay too. Either way, thank you so much for joining me today in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you go. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around this parts. And as always, I'll see you next time. Oops. Bye.